Today's video is brought to you by the novel 9/10.
Our passion for liberty and truth is unmatched. AMTV contributor Topher Morrison.
Hey everyone, welcome back to AMTV News. I'm your anchor Topher Morrison. It is April 27th, 2013. And a little warm up before we get to our top headline today. Washington judge demands that pot be returned. That's right. After Washington legalized small amounts of marijuana, the legal system now in the Pacific Northwest finally operates correctly. Medical marijuana, just like any other commodity, is viewed as legitimate property under the law, so when one Joseph L. Robertson was pulled over last May by police for speeding and subsequently for possession of marijuana, even though it was dismissed by prosecutors, his bud wasn't returned, even after he submitted a state-issued medical marijuana card. Municipal Court Judge Jack Emery repeated an order to police Thursday to return the weed. Appeal or comply, Emery told Assistant City Attorney John Walker, or next week, show up and I would advise you to bring counsel. Woo! Possession is 9/10 of the law. Open up the evidence locker, police. That is, if it's still there. If you haven't smoked it already. I know I would. Anyways, top story of the day. Everything on the planet is rigged. That's right, conspiracy theorists. You have been vindicated. If you haven't already seen my video, The Lunatic Fringe Goes Mainstream, I encourage you to do so because Matt Taibbi just proved my point as he exposed the next great worldwide financial scandal. But before he did, he offers an apology. Conspiracy theorists of the world, believers in the hidden hands of the Rothschilds and the Masons, and the Illuminati, we skeptics owe you an apology. You were right. The players may be a little different, but your basic premise is correct. The world is a rigged game. Taibbi was instrumental in exposing the LIBOR scandal. In other words, how 3 to 16 brand-name, too-big-to-fail banks manipulated global interest rates and, in effect, $500 trillion in financial instruments. The LIBOR scandal, however, was a little too esoteric for the mainstream media or Western public to go viral. Sorry. But it's known to financial engineers like MIT professor Andrew Lo to dwarf by orders of magnitude any financial scam in the history of markets. Now, unscrupulous world financial engineers have targeted what is called ISDA Fix, a benchmark number used around the world to calculate the price of interest rate swaps, a market valued at $379 trillion. ISDA Fix. That's right. A year's supply of irony has just been used up. You may have caught it already, but yes, the world's premier banks, from Barclays to JP Morgan Chase, have not only manipulated interest rates, but their swaps as well. When these various banks sent in their cost of performing swaps and the ISDA Fix was determined, it was later found that the real cost was either inflated or understated. Taibbi details how superstar lawyers, dream teams of lobbyists, all of whom walk between the raindrops and snatch their big banker clients from the jaws of justice, he exposes toothless, if not complicit regulators and ultimately the real-life, in-your-face conspiracy, which doesn't need tired tales of Illuminati or Rothschilds or Freemasons, because today's dark legion of financiers with a keystroke can undermine markets, topple governments, and rob you blind, all without bizarre ritual or secret decoder rings. In the face of yet another mind-numbing fraud on a panoramic scale, we should be happy corporations based here in the United States, like Bank of America, Citigroup, JP Morgan Chase, and Wells Fargo, are viewed as persons. Why? Because America still has the death penalty. There is an astonishing number of economists and ex-banksters themselves who believe the big banks should be broken up and their debt written off. I've actually included a list, check it out. Especially after these banks have been repeatedly caught funding terrorism, laundering drug money, and defrauding everyone on the planet. The death penalty couldn't be more appropriate for banks like these, and more vital to unleashing the dynamism of the free market, emancipated from the corruption of capital, so necessary for it to function to all of our benefits. Capturing every corner of the alternative media, watch AMTV News Monday through Friday. Follow me on Twitter at AMTV News and like us on Facebook at Greenwave TV. Find my source material and more videos like these at amtvmedia.com and greenwave.com, both part of the AMTV network. You're watching AMTV News, the voice of independence.